Hello, dear brothers and sisters, welcome to our channel. Today, we will talk about marriage, and together we will pray and give thanks to God for this union. Marriage is a sacred covenant between a man and a woman before God. From the beginning, marriage was instituted by God to be the standard for all other types of human relationships, expressing love, commitment, faithfulness, and mutual care. As a deep union, marriage provides a sense of mutual fulfillment for the couple and serves to glorify God, fulfilling His purposes. Why did God establish marriage? Marriage was instituted by God to meet some of the fundamental needs of human beings. We are all born with fundamental needs, such as emotional needs, security, value, social interaction, etc. In many ways, through marriage, many of these needs can be met when two become one before God. The union of a couple involves a sense of love and belonging through the physical and emotional connection made between spouses. Emotional balance can also be developed and achieved in a more stable and lasting relationship, such as marriage. God's purpose for marriage. God's purpose for marriage is the union of a man and a woman at the deepest possible level, producing the greatest sense of personal fulfillment for the couple. We become more complete when we live for each other. Within marriage, the spouse learns to give up selfishness and loneliness, learns to share burdens, living to make the other happy. Additionally, it is through marriage, Genesis 1 verses 27 to 28, that God's blessing was granted to the couple and the family. God granted fertility and the multiplication of humankind. There was a directive to populate and care for the earth. Dominion over all animals was granted, the foundation for structured families was established, homes were founded, protected by a firm and lasting commitment. A closer experience of love and unity occurs. Above all imaginable purposes, a vehicle of love, companionship, security, protection, etc., marriage promotes the union of lives with the purpose of serving God's plans for both individuals, despite the difficulties. What marriage represents this union is a picture of God's own relationship with His people. There is a direct comparison between Christ's love for the church and the husband's love for his wife, Ephesians 5 verse 25. Man and woman both bear God's image, and when they unite in marriage, they represent the renunciation of selfishness. They assume a self-sacrificial commitment to love and care for each other. They become one with each other. Nothing belongs exclusively to one, but to both. This partnership, which begins in the marital relationship, unfolds into the development of the family unit, which strengthens other social institutions. Marriage should represent sacrificial love, unconditional faithfulness, selflessness, companionship, care, friendship, forgiveness, dedication, mutual respect, etc. These and other values can be compared to the Father's love for His church. When marriage takes on this character, it can reflect God's grace and love within the family and society. A happy marriage with God's presence unites the couple and guides them through difficulties, strengthening them to face challenges together. Know that your spouse will disappoint you one day, and you will also hurt them, it's certain. We are human, flawed, and sinful, susceptible to mistakes. Only God's presence will enable each of you to forgive and love, being perfected day by day. To have a happy marriage, you need to invite Jesus to be present in your union. This is more than just a religious ceremony. The couple must walk constantly with God, understanding and obeying His word. Don't try to solve marriage problems on your own. The covenant made between you takes into account the presence of Jesus, who wants to help and lead you in resolving the problems you face together. But what about the differences? Yes, men and women are very different beings. But God already knew this and took those differences into account, designing them to complement each other in marriage. By uniting two different beings, God was showing that there can be unity in diversity. Despite the differences, we can love each other and strive to become more like Jesus Christ. Marriage must have its foundation firmly established on God's principles. He must be the center and foundation of love, Ecclesiastes 4 verse 12. This way it will work. With God's blessing, it will function as a loving partnership between man and woman, reflecting sharing, protection, respect, unity, friendship, commitment, and love within the family unit. What God says about marriage. In the Bible, we find several divine statements related to marriage. Each of them carries fundamental truths about the marital union. It is not good for the man to be alone, Genesis 2 verse 18. No one is an island. Even for those who have decided not to marry or are still waiting for their future spouse, loneliness should not be an option for anyone. God made us social beings and therefore we need each other. The family is an excellent environment for us to grow, surrounded by love, protection, friendship, help, and challenges. I will make a helper suitable for him, Genesis 2 verse 18. The woman is a natural helper. Sensitivity, resilience, attention to detail, a helping spirit, and care are some of the feminine qualities that add value to marriage, Proverbs 18 verse 22. Corresponding to man refers to similarities, as both are equally worthy and valuable. Both are also imperfect, flawed, and need understanding and mutual help to become better people. Therefore what God has joined together, let no one separate, Mark 10 verse 9. Marriage is meant to be forever. Divorce should not be an option for those who marry. Separation is a sad exception or concession in cases of abuse and mistreatment. But God didn't plan it that way. For those who have been united by God, it is imperative that they are not separated by anyone inside or outside the relationship. Preserve your marriage, love, encourage dialogue, forgiveness, and mutual understanding. Haven't you read, he replied, that at the beginning the Creator made them male and female, and said, for this reason a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh? So they are no longer two but one flesh. Therefore what God has joined together, let no one separate, Matthew 19 verses 4 to 6. Two who become one. Be one flesh, physical and sexual relationship, one heart, emotional relationship, with the same dreams and goals, intellectual aspects, targets, and aims, the same principles, social relationship, values, the same God and Lord, spiritual relationship. If you are married, leave the single life behind. You have now started a new family, a new home. There is no longer room for childish, selfish attitudes or unilateral objectives. Take good care of the body made up of two people. In addition to these, there are numerous other recommendations and warnings about marriage in the Bible, 1 Corinthians 7. If you are not yet married and intend to take this step, seek God's help and guidance in this regard. If you are already married, pray and seek God to strengthen and be the center of your marriage and family. God wants to speak to you today. My son, my daughter, I am here with you, listening to every sigh, knowing every desire of your heart. I know that marriage is one of the greatest gifts you can receive, but I also know it comes with challenges. Remember that I am present in every step you take alongside the one you love. In every moment of joy or difficulty, I am walking with you. Love is the foundation of everything, and I taught it by the example I gave to each one of you. Love is not sustained only in good times but also in difficult situations. When the waters are stirred, I want you to remember that I am in the boat with you. Do not be afraid. I am here to calm the storms and bring peace to your heart. When you feel that words don't flow, that understanding seems distant, trust in me. Communication is the bridge that unites two hearts, and I can help you build that bridge, to cross it together, even when it seems difficult. Allow me to guide your words, your thoughts, and your feelings. Patience will be your companion in many moments. I know it sometimes seems like a difficult virtue to cultivate, but know that I am patient with you every day, and I want you to learn to extend that same patience to your spouse. Just as I care for you with love, I ask that you care for one another. Humility is what keeps two hearts close. It's not about being less, but about understanding that together, with humility, you can grow stronger. When you look to me, you will see that there is strength in recognizing your own weaknesses. I am with you every time one of you forgives the other, when there is mutual understanding. Forgiveness is an essential key in marriage. You know how much forgiveness can heal because you've experienced it in your life with me. I want you to do the same in your relationship. Don't allow resentment to poison what I am cultivating in your hearts. Forgiveness cleanses the soul and renews love. Trust me when it seems like there's no solution. I know sometimes the path seems difficult, but I always find a way to restore what has been broken. I am working in your heart and in your spouse's heart, even when you don't see it. Trust that I am taking care of every detail. When joys come, celebrate with me. I am present in the laughter, in the hugs, and in the moments when your heart overflows with happiness. I want these moments to be remembered with gratitude because they are a reflection of my love for you. Enjoy each moment of joy as a gift. In times of silence, remember that silence speaks too. It's not always necessary to say something. Sometimes the simple fact of being together in peace is enough. In those moments, I am there, filling the silence with my presence, bringing serenity to your hearts. Unity is one of marriage's greatest secrets. When two people unite in love, they reflect something greater than themselves. And it is in that unity that I am present, strengthening, guiding, and illuminating the way. You will never be alone as long as you walk side by side with me at the center. Remember that marriage is a journey. It's not a race to see who gets there first, but a walk where each step, no matter how small, has its value. And on this journey, I am with you, holding your hands, guiding your steps, ensuring that you always move forward. Gratitude is a source of renewal. Be thankful to one another for the small things, for the simple gestures, for the moments that build your life together. Every act of gratitude opens up space for more love, more joy, more understanding. And I rejoice when I see you giving thanks. In your differences, I am at work. I know that sometimes differences may seem like barriers, but I want you to understand that it is through them that you grow. With me, those differences can become points of learning, growth, and unity. I am using everything for your good. I know routine can feel tiring, but I want you to see beauty in the small things of everyday life. I am in every detail, in every act of kindness, in every effort to make the other feel loved. Even in the simplest tasks, I am present, blessing your union. When you look to the future, don't worry. I am in control of all things. The future may seem uncertain, but I want you to know that I am already there, preparing the way for you. All you need to do is trust in me and move forward together, one step at a time. Whatever the situation, I am the foundation of your union. No matter what happens, I will always be by your side, offering strength, comfort, and direction. You are never alone on this journey, for I made a promise to be with you, and I always keep my promises. Remember that I am working in your hearts every day. When there is love, respect, and dedication, there is room for me. And where I am, there is life, hope, and renewal. Never forget this, especially on the hardest days. Each morning, place your marriage in my hands. Ask for wisdom, for patience, for renewed love. I will hear every prayer and be with you, guiding every decision, every step. I am the source of everything you need to keep this union strong and blessed. In moments of uncertainty, turn your hearts to me. I am the peace that surpasses all understanding. When you feel overwhelmed, come to me, and I will give you rest. I will always be here to lighten your burdens, strengthen your hearts, and renew your spirit. The love I placed in you is a reflection of my love for you. When you look at one another, remember that I united you for a purpose. Care for this love, nurture it with kindness and respect, and know that I am always by your side, sustaining this union. And finally, remember that in all things I am with you. Marriage is a sacred covenant, and where there is love, I am present. Let each day be an opportunity to grow together, to support each other, and to love one another as I love you. May I always be at the center of this union, strengthening your bonds, guiding your hearts, and bringing peace to each step of your journey. Amen. If you have any prayer requests, leave them here in the comments. We will pray together for you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share this video with your friends. May God greatly bless your day.